he was so great, the soldiers fell on the floor. The king walked over and took a peek. Then he jumped back in disbelief. He said, did not we cast in three? The soldiers said, yes. Okay, we agree. Well, something is wrong, y'all. I can't explain. It looked like four souls walking in a flame. He looked again. He looked real hard. He said, the fourth one looks like the son of God. Oh, Lord! It was Shadrach and Meshach and Abednego. Lord! Hallelujah! Come on and say it one more time. Shadrach, the more of the story. Hallelujah! Shadrach and Meshach and Abednego. Shadrach and Meshach. Tell you a story about the Bible days. The subject of God was being read. It's about three men from the Old Testament who were Hebrew children that the Almighty sent. And their name was Shadrach and Meshach and Abednego. He was so great, the soldiers fell on the floor. The king walked over and took a peek. Then he jumped back in disbelief. He said, did not we cast in three? The soldiers said, yes. Okay, we agree. Well, something is wrong, y'all. I can't explain. It looked like four souls walking in a flame. He looked again. He looked real hard. He said, the fourth one looks like the son of God. Oh, Lord! he was so great, the soldiers fell on the floor. The king walked over and took a peek. Then he jumped back in disbelief. He said, did not we cast in three? The soldiers said, yes. Okay, we agree. Well, something is wrong, y'all. I can't explain. It looked like four souls walking in the flame. He looked again. He looked real hard. He said, the fourth one looks like the son of God. Oh, Lord. was so great, the soldiers fell on the floor. The king walked over and took a peek. Then he jumped back in disbelief. He said, did not we cast in three? The soldiers said, yes. Okay, we agree. Well, something is wrong, y'all. I can't explain. It looked like four souls walking in a flame. He looked again. He looked real hard. He said, the fourth one looks like the son of God. Oh, Lord! It was Shadrach and Meshach and Abednego. Lord! Hallelujah! Come on and say it one more time. Shadrach,
Hey, Lighthouse family, Pastor Adam here, and I'm with my friend, Pastor Dan.
Shadrach. How many times did they play that just now? I'm sorry. I was trying to get in the building, and then that's a while getting through from the parking lot to here. How many times did you have to play Shadrach, JK?
So 27 and a half. It was probably a solid 6.
Hey, everybody. You know why I played? Have you ever heard that song?
I have, yeah.
Okay. You know why I played that song is because my dear, dear lead soloist, one of my lead soloists, probably the one who I worked more than anybody, Sister Elaine Robeson, went home to be with the Lord. And we traveled together with the Pentecostals of Chicago forever and ever. And her homegoing is tomorrow. So I just wanted to let everybody know, many of you know her. She's traveled the world with me. She made famous the song Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And, it was so funny, Pastor Adam. I love her so much. And it was just a tragedy. It was a real tragedy. But God is sovereign.
Mm-hmm.
But here's what's so funny. She recorded on my first choir CD I ever recorded, Pentecostals of Chicago with Ty Scott Records,
Okay.
in 1990. Were you even born in 1990?
No.
Oh my God, that made me just throw up a little bit.
I was born in 95.
Oh. So in 1990, she recorded Shadrach. Now you have to picture this. I subsequently recorded 7 international CDs.
Okay.
But every concert we did, everybody wanted Shadrach. And I would always say, but wait, we have new music. And they'd be like, yeah, that's great. Can you sing Shadrach now?
It's a good song.
Oh, and we called her Granny. She's beloved. And she's been in my, of course, she married my dear friend, Joe, who was our guitar player at that time. And they've been married. In fact, she went to heaven on their 24th wedding anniversary.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And so the funeral, the homegoing is tomorrow at Christ Temple Apostolic Faith Church, 14 South Ashland in Chicago. I will be there, and I'll be giving a tribute on behalf of the Pentecostals of Chicago. So rest in peace, Sister Elaine. I love you. I love you, Joe. I know you're watching, and I just wanted you to know that you both mean the world to me. I love you so much. And for sure, her struggle, pain, and health is over, and she is resting in the presence of the Lord, and we will meet again. So I just felt it important to give honor to whom honor was due. In many ways, she put the Pentecostals of Chicago on the map.
Yeah?
Oh, yes. We sang that song, literally, Pastor Adam, around the world, for presidents, royalty. We sang that song for everybody. They loved that song. We did a lot of choreography with it. I think probably the biggest crowd we ever performed it was 250,000 people.
Wow.
On the Chicago lakefront at the Gospel Festival. And it was a hit. And anyway, she's just a dear soldier, gone on home way too soon, 66 years old, and I love her so much. So I'll be there tomorrow. But shifting gears, we have a lot to talk about on today. Wow. What a fantastic time I had. I've been gone. Did you notice?
I did, yeah.
How many weeks since I've been here to do this?
It's been a little bit. Do you want to hear something cool?
I would love
used
to hear
you as an
something.
illustration in my Anley Academy class because I was teaching on basically them breaking down
Anley
scripture.
Academy is.
Oh, so sorry, I always forget. Some people
Are we
don't know.
off-centered, or is that camera off-centered? I guess we're okay.
I line it up with the speaker, so I think we're good.
centered. Okay.
I think we're good. Anley Academy is the Bible school for the 15 to 19-year-olds that I one of the classes I teach, and we were talking about Paul writing.
And it's only 4 weeks long.
It's only
during the
4 weeks
summer, on
long during the
Thursday
summer.
nights. It's awesome.
Yeah. So we're going into week 3, but we were talking about how Paul would write letters when he was away, and I was like, well, Pastor Dan, although he is away, he still emails. So very much that's how that goes. So
Well,
yes.
if you know, you know.
You were absent in body,
If
but
you
present
know-
in
if-
email and in spirit.
If you know, you know. Look at all this. Is all I'm going to deal with everything today.
I'm so
This is-
excited. Yes.
all the stuff. I haven't even gone up to the office building yet, so all of them.
It's good to have you home, though.
I'm so happy I got to go. There's nothing like it. I have literally been crawled on from the top of my head to the sole of my feet by 9 grandkids
I bet.
for 2 weeks, and I loved every minute. I have no throat. I've screamed, hollered, then came home and screamed and hollered in the presence of the Lord all weekend. I don't know why I have to scream and holler so much. I just love it. But I had such a wonderful, wonderful time, so blessed. But I was so happy to get able to be back home. Of course, I watched everything and was, as you know, we were in communication every single day. I
Yeah.
was distributing everything that needed to be done so your lighthouse stays 5-star. I'll tell you though, Pastor Adam is our executive pastor, has been now for a few months. And Pastor Adam, if everybody was as quick of a learner as you are,
That's good.
that's a brilliant, brilliant mind right there. A brilliant mind. I didn't mess up your hair, did I?
You're good.
Oh, speaking of hair. No, let's not speak of hair.
It's okay.
No comments today.
It's good not to put gel in your hair every day.
Today is just, I got out of the shower and my phone was just blowing up. And I realized I was getting ready to walk out the door and I was like, I didn't do anything to my hair.
Don't
But,
feel
well,
bad.
It is what it is.
You know who you are, but you saw me at Macy's on Friday, and I was wearing just totally wrinkled sweatpants. I had a hat on, wasn't shaved. I mean,
It is what it
the
is.
Saints find you at your worst.
Right.
But you look fine.
It's White Boy Monday hair. I mean,
White
it is
Boy
what
Monday.
It is. Okay.
What if we change? No, don't do that.
No. But I'm so happy to be home. Thank you for all you did while I was gone.
I
In
am
large
privileged.
part, Pastor Adam and Pastor Sherry Marie, let me tell you,
There's a big team here.
there's a
Big
big
team.
team. And of course, we're going to talk about Pastor Garland, but
Yes.
it's going to be beautiful this week.
It is. Was it 80s sunny all week?
90s.
90s.
I think there's no 80s.
Bring it down.
Yeah,
Lord.
I think it's 90s.
Bring
Oh,
it down. I see 80s. I see 87 today.
no, but what's the high supposed to be?
88, 89, 91, 85, 87,
You,
83.
I don't know. You have a different kind of phone because let me show you.
I have an iPhone, and I'm
My
just using the
phone.
regular weather app. It's better if it's high 80s than 90s.
Let me show
in my
you.
opinion.
Look at 9. Oh, mine did go down in some
Yeah,
80s.
just a little bit.
Okay. Well, it's going to be beautiful is the bottom line
Oh.
and sunny, and I'm excited about that. But while I was gone, of course, you had your show last Monday, so this is kind of our Monday fun day behind the scenes. So picking up from last Wednesday night when I got to hear Pastor Phil Tarver, who I love so much. Somebody tag him and tell him I'm giving him a shout out. I love you, Pastor Phil Tarver. He's really a Chicago treasure. He's a treasure. And this Wednesday night, our powerhouse singer will be Keisha McFarland. Have you ever heard her?
I haven't.
Oh,
I just
my
call them
heavens.
all Bridget's friends.
Well, let me tell you, they're Chicago treasures. Bridget chose Chicago treasures. Keisha McFarland, somebody tag her. It's going to be amazing Wednesday night at Park and Praise. How much do you love Park and Praise?
I love it. The weather's good. It's a really good family atmosphere. Kids
It
playing with
is.
chalk. If you're not careful, you might get a bubble in the eye. You just gotta watch out.
Double Dutch. I love looking
Double
out
Dutch.
and seeing them play double
Kids playing
Dutch.
basketball.
Kids playing basketball. Lots of stuff before we go at 6:30. We go live. All that shuts down at 6:30. But
Yeah.
literally from like 5 o'clock till 6:30, there's a lot bumping and banging on this campus. Let me tell you. But Pastor Phil Tarver, I loved it. But I tell you, our son, Elder Brian Hurt, would somebody please tag him and tell him, is there anyone more pure than Brian Hurt?
There is not. No.
There is not. But I was thinking this morning because I was thinking about this show we had to do, Pastor Adam, and I thought I have a difficult position today when we go live because I want to bring up that Elder Brian Hurt is just the purest man. And then my mind started going down the line, and I thought it's difficult. We have a unique position. We don't just have one pure man. My mind started, and literally you came to my mind. I was like, if I talk about Elder Brian being just such a pure man, I got to talk about Pastor Adam. I got to talk about Pastor Garland. I got to talk about. It just goes on and on.
Just goes on.
I shouldn't. Dr. Ricardo.
Yeah.
How do you love Dr. Ricardo?
I love him. Good guys.
I mean, you just go down, Pastor J.K., you just go down the line. Elder Jordan, Pastor Malachi. This is terrible to start. Pastor Tony Dell.
Go on and on.
It goes on and on. Lighthouse is such a rare. Pastor Darrell Cox. The men of this house. It's just really, really something to behold.
When Elder Brian, he did the alphabet. Remember?
ABCs,
I
yes.
sat next to my mom. I said, oh, man, he's on E. I was like, he got a long way to go.
But he did that thing.
He did that thing.
Elder Brian.
That was well thought out.
Elder Brian is, well, he's just a pure man. I love him so much. I've never, in all these years, never one time has Elder Brian had been to me with conflict. Never. He's just not that man.
He's just a good guy.
He's just
in
a
the
good
church
man.
and out.
Yes. We love you, Elder Brian. So Wednesday night was fantastic. Of course, the music, everything. It was just, watching it though, I was like, there's such a difference. It's not the same as being there. I was grateful I got to watch, but it's not the same as being there.
No, and we got to watch a middle linebacker sing. It was awesome.
He is a middle linebacker, isn't he?
Pastor Phil
Woo!
he is a built
He's 7 feet.
man.
I think he's 7 feet tall. Oh,
JK,
6'6", 250.
6'6", 250. Sounds like the starting defensive end for the Bears. But he was just a really kind man, and he was awesome.
I'm 6'6" and 250.
So am I. Yeah.
Actually, if I was 6'6", I wouldn't be fat.
Well, there you go.
I would be skinny.
These days, we can just be whatever we want to be. So why don't we be 6'6"?
Yeah, right.
I'm going to change my license plate. There you go. Read in between the lines, people. People like to know where we
good.
People like to know where we stand.
Boy,
Read in
you are
between the
getting
lines.
Good. That was a zinger without
was
being
good.
a zinger. That was awesome.
That was such a nice way to say it.
Oh, that was great. I got to remember that one. And then Saturday night.
Yep.
And all day Sunday, Pastor Garland, did he preach that thing? You know what I loved? If you didn't see Pastor Garland's message, make sure you go back and watch the service. You know what I loved? He adapted to each service.
Yeah.
Saturday night, the announcements they took a few minutes. Don't you say a word. And he adapted. He had like 15 minutes left, and he did it. JK's on a wheeled platform back there, and he wheeled out where I could see him. Wheel yourself back in there. But Pastor Garland, he adapted to every service.
He did. He did.
And he preached. And he illustrated with that body, didn't he?
Yeah, I saw him walk in with it at about, what was it, 4:50, and I told Pastor Jake, I said, what is Pastor Garland carrying? But I loved it.
Something so prolific. He said, many people, the body is not, that's not the temptation. The thing is not the temptation.
Right.
The desire.
Yeah, the body of flesh.
The body of flesh. Woo, you got to watch that.
You know what I really
sermon.
like about that? I have one true annoyance in the body of Christ. Only one.
Only one?
Legitimately.
That's pretty good.
It's when everyone blames the devil for everything.
Well, yeah.
And truthfully,
Yeah.
it's your body, it's your lust of
Not
the
that
flesh.
he doesn't deserve blame, but
right.
yes.
But the lust of the flesh is really the thing. He just entices it. So I loved it, Pastor Garland.
It was wonderful.
That was good Bible teaching.
And the choir, Kelvin Bowman. Somebody tag Kelvin Bowman, the choir. I'm such a choir guy.
You are.
Did you
That's
love
okay.
how they looked yesterday?
They looked good.
It was a gray, dreary day in Chicago, and they wore
Yellow
yellow.
and blue tie or yellow
I
and
even
black
did
tie?
yesterday. I matched them.
Did you?
I did.
Okay.
I wore yellow and black.
All right.
And the choir, oh my heavens, what a blessing. Thank God. Somebody please tell everybody, tag everybody in the All Nations Choir. Now nobody will know about this, you don't even know about this, but I did a special thing on Saturday for the choir. A week ago, they had a big bowling thing to say thank you to the choir. Did you know about that?
I did, yeah.
They had a big bowling thing. And thank you, Pastor Fred, who put that all together. Pastor Fred Dubose, what a good man. And he put that all together for the whole choir. But then, by the time I got back from being gone for 2 weeks, I literally was so hungry to hear the choir, be in the presence of God, to scream and holler. Don't judge me. I don't scream and holler in the streets. I don't have road rage. I get in the presence of God, and my throat I just go.
Yeah, you really do.
And I wanted to hear the choir so bad. So I had a special message sent out to the whole choir, which I put together. And it's private, but if you know, you know. It was the choir. And yesterday, they did not disappoint. They sang, Kelvin Bowman sang that song, My Name is Victory. Woo! Jesus. And it was just a blessed day. Children's ministry was full. Children's ministry has a big day coming up.
I need to put that in my notes.
Yeah, let's talk about, while we're there, let's just talk about it. You don't have to put it in your notes. This Sunday at 8:30 and 11 o'clock, the children are having a carnival. Not the whole church. Okay, it's just kids.
Just the kids.
10 and under. But they are going to have a ball. We've spent a lot of money. They got those big blow-up slides. And, I mean, they are going to have a ball. So the kids 10 and under come ready to have fun. It's a fun day. Don't dress them up. They're going to be outside. It's outside and inside having fun. I don't know, maybe Ebony will run over here and tell us at some point a little more about it. But that's this Sunday. Who's preaching Saturday night, by the way?
Pastor Phil Bradley.
Well,
By my
the
request,
Academia of Lighthouse.
I wanted Pastor Phil.
You love him.
I do love him.
I love him. He is, well, there's another one that's, speaking of, not Pastor Phil, but here comes Ebbs. Pastor Phil Bradley he's preaching Saturday night. We're going to get run on here by Ebbs. So Saturday night at 5 o'clock, the Brainiac. Uh-oh, Ebbs.
What are you guys talking about?
Oh, Ebbs, we were just talking about you. The carnival. How excited are you?
As you can see, I'm getting ready. I'm doing a dress rehearsal by myself.
You're doing a dress rehearsal by yourself?
Yeah.
You really were within 10 seconds.
You really
and
were.
we did not plan it.
No, we didn't plan this.
Let's go.
Tell
Look
us,
at the Holy Spirit.
you say what's going to happen Sunday.
Okay, one, I'm out of breath because I just ran over here. So
But
give me a second.
Thank God you're so skinny. If you were as big as I am, you'd be
Nah,
out of breath for a while.
You could always be 6'6".
Moving on. All right, moving on. So
You're
I'm
on a
not
roll.
entertaining that. This weekend, 8:30 and 11 o'clock service on Sunday. Bring your kids out. It's for kids ministry only. We have a big thing coming. I'm not even going to tell you what it is. I want you to come and see what it is. We're decking out the West Lot. Don't want to miss it. Games,
carnival.
prizes, snacks. It's the biggest day of the summer for Kids Nation. It's
and
our
when
carnival.
you hit that note on the commercial yesterday,
Carnival!
Boom.
when it was on the screen, I was like, "Whoa, that girl has got a rich voice." Listen to that note. She held it for so long. So the kids, 8:30 and 11, and it's free.
And it's free.
And
Free,
they
free,
can
free.
bring all the kids on your block.
Sure.
It'll be a fun day. Anything else, Ebbs? course,
Wear
Wednesday-
sunscreen.
Oh, wear sunscreen.
We're going to be
yeah.
outdoors. Wear
And
sunscreen.
Wednesday night, you're out there with chalk before the kids get to do stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I
Park and
never
praise. We
allowed
have
that
our
before.
bubbles going. You don't want to miss it. We're doing a lot of fun stuff
He
with the
said
kids.
sometimes you get hit in the eye with a bubble.
I've got hit in the eye a few times.
Oh, the kids do too,
But
but,
it's
they
okay.
keep going.
They
They
keep
close
going.
one eye and they're just like, yay! So you don't want to miss it.
Okay, Ebbs.
Okay, bye.
See if I can get
And
this back
Wednesday night for Park and Praise this week, Keisha McFarland's the powerhouse singer. But oh, how blessed is this house? I mean, everyone we go down the line, there's like nobody bad to talk about. Everybody, we're just like, they're so good. Because this Wednesday night, the powerhouse preacher is...
This is my favorite person in the world.
It's a real, now
Other
this-
than my wife.
It's so weird to think about. And me?
And you.
Wow. It's so weird to think about this being your favorite person in the world, but if you know, you know. If you know, you know.
If you have never seen this man preach, you are in for a treat. We're actually very much looking forward to this. Pastor Ted Danes is preaching. If you don't know about Pastor Ted, the man he's just awesome. He's funny. He's a goofball.
And he's funny without
a
trying
goofball
to
in the
be.
most loving way I could ever say. He's
And
just
doesn't
fun.
even try.
Yeah.
It's
Can
not
I-
like something he's
Can I
trying
tell
to
my
be.
favorite Pastor Ted story? And keep in mind, he lives in Wisconsin. So when we see him, we hardly see him, but I laugh every time because he's just hilarious.
There is something about him hilarious.
Pastor Ted, he's for sure over 50. He has grandkids, but he let his hair grow real long not too long ago, and he had like these golden locks. And me and Pastor Malachi just thought he was the Brad Pitt of the entire weekend. And so we said, Pastor Ted, we love your hair. And he goes to me, he goes, do you boys? The wife's not a believer, but I'm keeping it strong. Kept it for a little longer just for us, but Pastor Ted, let the locks out. Unchain the golden locks.
Is that how he said it? Look at him crying.
He said, boys, the wife's not a
wife's
believer. He said, I'm a believer. I couldn't help it. You were preaching, and me and Pastor Malachi were sitting on the front row, and we were mesmerized because it just clipped the front row. We're like, look at his hair. It was Brad Pitt in his 20s with long blonde hair.
Oh my God. Okay, Pastor Ted is preaching Wednesday night. If you know, you know. We love
There's
him
so much. He lives in Wisconsin, so if you've ever driven up to Six Flags, Gurney, you have to keep on going to where
Yes.
Pastor Ted is from.
Yes.
And he's one of the members who drives so far to get here.
And his wife.
Yeah, I love his wife.
Lisa,
She's funny too.
She's a doll. And you just think, God has a sense of humor because she's
very mellow.
She's very mellow. And he's so fun. So Wednesday night, okay, you got me crying here. That's how fun Wednesday night is going to be. So we have a lot coming up. What else, Pastor Adam? Hit it, because I'm now back on Pastor Ted.
So we talked about it's going to be Pastor Ted, powerhouse preacher, Keisha McFarland, the powerhouse singer. But then on the weekend after the services here, on Sunday, you have your Israel info meeting.
Oh, yes. Did you find a graphic for that, Pastor JK? Okay.
He has one, yeah.
So Sunday at 3 o'clock, I am having an Go to Israel meeting. I want you to be there, of course, because the Lord's going to provide a way for you to go, son. I want you to come believing that God will provide a way for you to go. It's a free meeting, and I'm even serving a Mediterranean lunch. Well,
That's
I'm
gonna be
not.
fun.
I'm not, but it's going to be very fun. The government of Israel and tourism and our travel agent, they're providing this lunch because we were the first group to go into Israel last year, literally the day the border opened. God had it planned. So they rolled out the red carpet, treated us like royalty, and they want to hear all about our trip. So everybody who went in November, they want you to be at this Sunday at 3 o'clock. It's just casual, informal, and fun. And then I'm going to talk about Israel 2023, November of 2023. So in like 16 months will be my next tour, and I want you to go. Man, the time goes rapidly. That was November, and this is already July.
Yeah.
So there's a payment plan you can get on, and it makes it very doable. And anyway, coming here doesn't mean you're saying I'm going to go, but you come and gather the information and believe God that you'll be able to go, and it's free. So it's this Sunday at 3 o'clock. I'm looking really forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I love Mediterranean food.
Yes, so Mediterranean food, Sunday at 3 o'clock, falafel, hummus, and it's free. But you need to RSVP. So on the graphic you put up, Pastor JK, is there an RSVP there? No.
If not, you can just call the church,
church.
and Pastor Alina or whoever answers the phone will figure it out.
Just tell them you want to RSVP for Sunday.
Yeah.
Whatever day you're watching this. We're live on Monday around noon. And so, yeah, I'm excited about that.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, it is going to be.
And then we have our outdoor baptism coming up.
August 21st. Thank you for remembering that. Please, please get registered to get water baptized. I feel something really special this year about this. Outdoor baptism is always a wonderful, wonderful moment. Mm-hmm. You guys do all the baptizing. People don't realize this. People get baptized like every service here almost. Yep. Pastor JK, do we have the camera installed yet down there? We're putting in a camera down by the baptism so that when they're baptizing, even though we're up here in altar service, we can see it on the big screen. I'm anxious for that because people don't realize how much we baptize here.
Yes.
But that's you guys all do that. Thank God for all of our assistant pastors. But I do once a year, which is the big outdoor baptism, and it's August 21st. And it would be my privilege and my pleasure to get to water baptize you. So, again, you can register by calling the church. Tell them you want to register for that, for the outdoor water baptism. And again, we make everything a celebration. It's not a boring, it's a beautiful, we have a DJ, it's a party. food. I mean, it is a party. If you know, you know. You know, I use that all the time since you taught me that. If you know, you know.
Well, if you know, you know.
Yes.
But it's a wonderful time.
Yes. August 21st at 5 p.m. Sunday. So call and register.
Yep.
Get your kids baptized. Get everybody baptized. Praise God.
Praise God. All right, final thing is on September 4th, we have our one service. We want to burn the mortgage, so we got to get our Yom Kippur money in.
Let's talk about that. Yesterday, Pastor G, I love you, but you know you were wrong yesterday. You know what he was wrong for?
What? Making
Pastor
fun of
G,
your...
He got up and said, my sermon will not be as long as the announcements Pastor Dan just made.
Would you like to find out if that was true or not? Because I timed it. Because I couldn't help
But it
myself.
depends on which service.
Okay, I timed the
I'm
11
hearing this for the
o'clock.
first time.
I timed the 11 o'clock. Your announcements were 35 minutes.
No, but that included the ministry of giving.
That doesn't count. You started
that,
at...
that included the ministry of giving. At
started
least acknowledge
you
that.
I'd be lying. Okay, you started at 11:30. You finished at 12:05.
But that
Literally,
included the ministry of giving.
12:04, handing it to Pastor Garland. It clicked to 12:05.
But I did the ministry of giving too.
You did, yeah. It was really, really good.
So,
But
see,
then, so Pastor G got the mic at 12:05, and at 12:35 he was done. Which
so he
means
was longer than me.
no, you were 35. He was 30.
I'm going back and watching that.
I
don't
got it.
believe
I
that.
have it to the time.
I don't believe that. What about the 10 o'clock or 8:30 service?
I wasn't there for that one, but the 5 o'clock service, he might have beat you.
I'm telling you, he did. See, you guys are growing in the Lord. You get more long-winded.
Well, he was the speaker. He's supposed to be longer.
Why you gotta say it like that?
I don't
Why
know.
you gotta say like he was the speaker? He's supposed to be longer.
Listen, you were out of town for a little while. We know our
But I had to
pastor.
preach that little bit about God is fighting for you. It's still burning
When
in
I
me
heard
this morning,
God
Pastor
is
Adam.
fighting for you. God is fighting. I was like, oh, we're in trouble.
Right.
I know.
I was feeling that. Could you tell?
Uh-huh.
Like the burn. God is fighting for you. He's pushing back the darkness. The enemy is trying to come into your life and push against you. But God is fighting for you.
Yeah. God is fighting for you.
I love when you sing, Pastor Adam. Well, it was
September
fantastic.
4th.
September 4th. Okay, sorry. September 4th. I'm really praying that we get to burn the mortgage that day.
I am
It's
too.
not a for sure. It just makes sense. We announced yesterday we have the church. We have no debt here. You could say it with me. We do not walk in debt.
We do not walk in debt. Me and
We
I'm
have-
not gonna say Linda, but me and First Lady, we
You could say it.
you know my testimony by now. I don't need to repeat it.
We've been debt free a long time.
Yeah.
This church does not walk in debt.
We have 52 employees, never missed a paycheck.
How much does it
And
cost to
then
run
and then at some
a
point
month
it's
to run this campus?
$250,000. Then at some point you go, our dear Jesus.
What are you on a roll this morning?
I've just been hanging around you for a long time now.
You're
I
roast.
just know
It's
you-
roast
It's
Dan
not roast,
day.
It's not roast Dan day.
But it is, dear Jesus. I mean, think about it.
We all have our things we say all the
Do you
time.
know any church?
I don't know.
And gave away $1,370,000. Elder Samantha announced
Yeah.
yesterday.
But the point
In a
of,
pandemic.
But the point of September 4th being significant
keep
is
coming
you can
back to
you
that.
can only burn your mortgage once. They don't give you copies.
That's the thing.
You can only
So-
do it once. We're not going to cut it in 3 and then do it at 3 services. We're gonna do
Right.
it one time. How we do that is up for debate. That's what I was for poking at you last week, because I was like, the amount of things you want to do with fire is disconcerting. But
But
we're
it
going
would be
to do
so
it.
fun. I mean, think about that.
It would.
So if we pay it off on Monday, which is August 29th, the bank said they can get us the papers by that weekend.
Yeah.
Think about that, Pastor Adam. I've been 45 years since before you were ever a thought in the world. I've been paying off mortgages. We have no
Yeah.
debt. The last thing we have is finishing up paying off a $10 million campus. And we're down to $290,000. So all we need is 290 people to we've already got 1,500 people that's pledged $1,000 for Yom Kippur. 343 of those have already turned it in. So if 290 more will get it turned in the next month, and we get it to the bank by August 29th, we can burn the mortgage September 4th. It just makes sense. That's the last Sunday we'll have that stage outside, and you can't burn a mortgage 3 times. We can only do it once, so it does make sense, right?
It does.
Have everybody out there for a big, explosive.
Probably, yeah.
Really, would it
Explosive.
really be that big of a deal? I mean, seriously, to have a big steel drum, put the mortgage down in the bottom, just pour a little gasoline in it, and then, like, I just envision 1,500 people each having a match, and they put the unlit match in there, but then I throw one match in that's on fire.
I think it'd be really cool. I think it'd be cool. How,
And burn the mortgage
how
that
we
way.
do it, I don't know. But
Well, so far, nobody's given me a better idea.
this would not be the first time we lit something on fire here. Whether on purpose or on accident. It's just the truth. Hashtag Jordan's proposal.
Oh, my God.
But we all know.
Hashtag Jordan's proposal. We can't. We don't have time for that today.
That would be a lot of fun. I'm
I
excited
love
for
you
it.
all being with us on Mondays.
You already know, though. This man is going to make it the most fun, exciting
Believe.
event you can attend.
You can
for
believe
a
that.
mortgage burning.
You can believe that. You can believe that.
It's going to be a
I just had another idea. What would be so cool? Because this one couldn't be me. Somebody to skydive in with it into the parking lot. Is that a possibility?
I'll be honest. And the only reason I'm taking this seriously is because if we could do it, we would probably do it. But finding someone good enough at skydiving to not land in 294 would be
Pastor
the
JK, have you
challenge.
ever skydived? Oh, to land in. Oh, if,
So make sure
if
you
he
hit your
landed in
spot.
294.
Yeah, make sure you
Oh
hit
my-
your spot. Make sure you hit your spot.
I was
Maybe if we had a professional do it.
Pastor Vera Tucker.
I didn't say it, Pastor Dean.
That would be so fun. Pastor Vera. She's going to get me. I love you, Pastor Vera, but it would be fun. She'd be landing holding the mortgage.
What if you took a paintball gun and you shot a target that was away from everyone, but it exploded when you hit it?
With fire?
Yeah, like something blows up, but you got to press a button, so you shoot the button from far away.
Is that a thing?
I don't know. We'll ask
How about
Pete.
flaming arrows?
Flaming arrows? Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Or we could shoot flaming arrows as they parachute out of the sky and try to burn them while they're midair.
Just be careful as the arrows come down. That's where the issue comes.
Well,
When they
if
come
we
down.
didn't have this Monday fun day to be so random with you all, I don't know. This is where we work it all out on Mondays. Have we been on over 15 minutes right now?
What time did you walk in? We've probably been on for a half hour.
Oh, we got to go then.
That's okay. We're almost done.
Well, bottom line, please, if you would you consider paying off your Yom Kippur? I just need 290 people to do it, like right quick, so that we could go ahead and get it to the bank. And then literally, this generation has no debt at the Lighthouse Church. None. Zero. That's just like the most unreal thought. Like, pick anything. Pick a speaker. It's paid for. Pick anything. Everything is paid for because of you and your faithful giving. We can't thank you enough. I can't do this without you. No way. That's why I wanted everybody to have a match for the mortgage burning that pays off their deal.
Maybe we can get like a match, but it's not really a match for memories or something.
Sparklers.
We could probably do sparklers.
Okay, some kind of way. Let's figure something out.
If a bride can run in between sparklers in a wedding dress, we can do it for the.
A bride did that?
My wife did that.
She did?
Malachi's wife did that. Oh yeah.
Wow, okay.
For the picture. But the important thing is you recognize that hindsight is 20/20, and it would be disappointing. I know I would be disappointed if I knew I could have helped get us over.
That's a good
And
word.
in November, you would have been thinking, I wish I just did it a month earlier.
Because if we don't do it September 4th, I don't know how we'll do it with one service.
Yeah, and you
For
might
everybody to
think
get to
your
see it.
1,000 doesn't factor in, but the truth
Oh.
is, if you give your 1,000, the second we put it up on the board how much has come in, your 1,000 was counted immediately.
Yes.
So Get it in.
Thank you,
Get
everybody,
it in.
please. And we love you so much for you.
I'm going to get mine in.
Amen. The tithe belongs to the Lord, and we just thank you that this Yom Kippur, which is a sacrificial seed once a year, enables us to not walk in debt. What a great, great testimony our church has because of you. We love you so, so much. So is that it?
That's it.
No, it's not. I was waiting.
You were waiting. We have so many events
You
here.
forgot one thing. He just caught it.
That's right. Who's preaching
Pastor
this Sunday?
JK just caught it.
I apologize. Who is preaching this Sunday? Pastor Dan is preaching this Sunday. You are. I'm excited.
I
about
am.
it.
I was waiting for you.
I still had question marks, Scott, because I didn't know before.
He's going to be a father in 12 weeks. What do you expect?
12 weeks. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna throw up.
It is like 12 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah, Paris is about to be 27 weeks pregnant.
Oh my God. It's like 12 weeks away.
It is.
So his mind's not all the way there. And you're just getting started. So much more is to come.
I know. I cannot wait for you to babysit.
Hey, ain't nobody talking about that now. I'll pay a babysitter for you, but
For real. Whew.
you won't have to. Between Grandma Becky and Grandma Patty, you're
we'll be
never
okay.
going to have to worry
We'll
about a
be okay.
babysitter. No.
We'll be okay. But in all seriousness, you are making your triumphant return to the pulpit.
Triumphant return. Yes.
It's been
I
a while
indeed.
because last weekend was Ignite weekend, so obviously you didn't preach for that. This weekend, Pastor Garland, so you.
I'm ready to preach. Would you like to know what I'm preaching on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is the year 2022 is the year of fresh starts.
Yeah.
I'm going to preach this Sunday on one word, action.
Okay.
Lights, camera, action. God works in tandem with man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was reading the scripture. I'll give you this one little tidbit. Make me. I was reading the scripture the other day. I never noticed this. The children of Israel, God did not put the manna on their table.
Okay.
He made them go out and gather it every day. He didn't give it to them for a week. He wanted action every day. They were sustained because they did something every day. This weekend, the reason I'm preaching it, this weekend we're rolling out in the lobby a new booth called Get Connected Booth. And we want you, I'm going to have it up here on the stage with me
You're funny.
while I'm preaching.
Yes.
And Pastor Adam is coordinating this. And it's a Get Connected booth for people to take action, get involved somewhere. I loved when Pastor G talked about the people that sit on the couch and they're the couch quarterbacks and all that, telling everybody what they could do and should have done, but don't do anything. It is time for action. God works in tandem with people who do something with action. The children of Israel, I never noticed that before. God didn't. Look, if he could rain manna every day fresh, he could have just set it on their table.
It's true.
But he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
He said, go get it. There's an action involved. And then it was every day. It wasn't a week at a time. If they didn't eat it that day, it's spoiled. Go out the next day. God requires some action from you and I. He is the living bread, but he requires us. He requires us. Gideon. I was reading about Gideon. I'm not going to preach this whole sermon. But you know how many times I preached on Gideon in 45 years? Quite a bit. But I noticed something I never noticed before. When the chapter in Judges chapter 6, when it starts about Gideon, it goes over 3 chapters, Judges 6, 7, and 8. When it starts in Judges 6, it talks about the children of Israel, the Midianites, I'm teaching now, the Midianites would come in and they would tear up all of the barns, anything that the children of Israel had. I love teaching this at Herod Springs when we're in Israel, by the way, because this is where this happened, where the angel visited Gideon. Anyway, the Midianites would come in and burn their fields. They would plunder. They would take, after they worked and plowed and did everything, the Midianites would come in and destroy the people of God's stuff. So the people of God began to hide in dens and caves, and they just became give up. They were done. They're like, what's the use? Everything we do, the Midianites steal it. So Judges 6 talks about people hiding out in dens, caves, all of this kind of stuff. And then even under trees. They were just resting under trees saying, forget this. This is blah, blah, blah. And then the first person who was action, there was a man who was, the Bible says, there was a man who was grinding, plowing, sifting, and working. His name was Gideon.
Mm-hmm.
Now, prior to him, it lists a bunch of people who were sleeping under trees and in caves. Who did the angel go to?
Gideon.
The man who was active. You want God to show up in your life? You want an angel to come and talk to you and appear to you and tell you, mighty man of valor? It's not coincidental that the person the angel came to was the person working. That's why the Bible said, work while it is day, for the night cometh when no man can work. This is a day of action. You've got to do something. Church is not entertainment. This is not Netflix. This is not just come and let's, hang out. This is a time for action. Do something. Serve somewhere. Serve in children's ministry. Serve in the parking lot. Serve in the bookstore. Serve at the altar. Serve anything. Do something. So I'm calling people to action.
Let's go.
That's what I'm preaching on.
All right. That's going to be good.
Okay.
All right. That's it. That's it. We are wrapping up here.
We love you all so much.
I'm curious how long we went. That's what I was trying to find. I can't find it. But
38
minutes. Woo. Okay. All right. So quick reminder. This upcoming week, Elder Brian. Oh, no. That was last week. Sorry. Pastor Ted and Keisha McFarland. Pastor Ted, it's my dude. That's all you need to know. Keisha McFarland. It's going to be wonderful. Make sure you come on out on Wednesday, but it's going to be an exciting weekend as well.
And follow everything on Facebook.
Yes.
We'll reiterate this stuff and put everything out. Elder Christy does such an amazing job with our Facebook. Yeah. So just follow everything and share this. Would you please do me a favor right now? Click that share button and leave a comment, okay? We want to get the word out about these amazing things. And September 4th now is in my sight. Action.
Close.
It's time for action. Talk is over. Time for action. Do you know that there's a man in our church, I'll tell you this and then we'll go, who has grieved for years. In fact, you know him, you just talked to him recently, like in the last day.
Okay.
Who grieves continually because he watches a woman that he loved be married to someone else.
Really?
Because he dated and never would ask her to marry him. And a man came along with action and she married him. She was tired of inactivity. And now he has to read it and weep all the time. Truth. That's a true story. Because, listen, a woman wants action. A woman don't want talk. She wants some action. Show me some action, brother.
Yeah, you got to fall to your knee eventually, guys.
Yes, she wants some action. Don't no woman want somebody who don't have some action. Give me some action. I give Linda action.
You did that on purpose.
You give Paris action.
Goodbye. She is pregnant.